third video I record today, and if you follow me on my Spanish channel, you will notice that I've used this same outfit, so the same t-shirt and the same hairstyle and the same makeup for 3 videos. But if you only follow me here, then this is completely new for you. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Valentina and I'm so happy and so excited to be here today because I have a little story time, which is pretty much what I've been doing on this channel. Besides vlogging, which I really love, but I also love story times and I enjoy listening to them and watching them so much. And I've been talking a lot about this topic, but I just want to make it clear like how my story looks like, but it won't fit in one video. So today I'm gonna tell you how I found a job in influencer marketing in Los Angeles, California. But before we start, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so you can watch my videos every single Thursday. So yeah, if you've been following me, you already know I am Venezuelan, but I lived in LA for 3 years. So today I'm gonna tell you the story of how I found a job in LA as an immigrant with a student visa. And not just any regular job, a job in influencer marketing, which a lot of people really want these days. I never thought I would ended up working in influencer marketing when I was in college. Actually, I studied mass communications with concentration in journalism, and my goal was to write. I didn't know where, probably not a newspaper, but more like a magazine or something like that, but I knew I wanted to write because I was so passionate about writing, and I still am. I love writing, so that was my goal. But then when I decided to move to LA from Venezuela and take a long flight of 11 hours, not really, I had to stop in Panama for 2 hours and then just a really long flight, I decided I needed to do something that would open more doors for me, and I knew writing in English was not, it was gonna be harder at the moment, and I still feel like I was competing with people that was born in the US and that actually spoke English their whole life. I was like, what can I do that is different? And at the time I already had my Spanish YouTube channel. I was like, okay, why not? Let's do marketing. Let's do social media marketing. But I decided to study for 1 year at UCLA a marketing certificate with social media concentration. Marketing certificate with concentration in social media and web analysis. Thank you, that's the name. At UCLA Extension. And one of the reasons I picked that program is because after the year that it lasted, it would let me work for a year legally with a student visa in the US, which was really important to me because I wanted to gain experience from the American market that was so ahead of us, and when I say us, I mean Venezuela, and influencer marketing and social media marketing in general. So that was one of the reasons I picked the program. So when I finished my program in June of 2017, oh my god, no, June 2018, I finished my program and I'm so happy. I get all my graduation stuff. I graduated from UCLA, it was so exciting, and I started looking for a job, which was not fun. During the program, I did an internship with this company that was a complete nightmare, and I can tell you about it someday, and I'll make a whole story time of my horrible experience in this company. And at the beginning, I thought I was gonna make my OPT year with this company, but then they changed their mind at the end of the internship, except they didn't change their mind. They just knew they were not gonna hire me. We'll talk about that some other time. So I started looking for a job and I started applying to every single place. I remember my first week, or like second week looking for a job in LA, I applied to this company that was so, I know, I looked at it and it's like, we are so close to the beach and we offer like all this benefits and we do influencer marketing and we do this and we do that. And I was like, huh, this sounds super interesting. It's in an area I really like really close to the beach in LA in the South Bay area. So I was really excited about it. And I remember walking in front of the office because like it was in a really like an area I would visit a lot, and I would walk in front of it with my boyfriend and I was like, oh, this is the company I applied to a month ago, but they never responded. So I started applying to all these companies and realized they ask you if you will ever need papers, if you will ever need a residence, if you're not a resident already basically, or if you're not a citizen. And I was honest, I was like, well, no, like if you're asking me if I can work longer than a year, then yes, I would need papers, but like I want this year of experience. So I know a lot of companies didn't even check my resume because I was not American or because I was not a resident. So it was really hard. I sent over 250 applications to different companies. I got 5 interviews and 3 in-person interviews. 2 of them never called me again. One of them, I don't even remember what happened. And then I was just about to sign with this company. They sell like some clothing. Oh my god. Okay, I went to 3 interviews. Let's start with the worst one. There was this really suspicious makeup company in downtown LA in a really sketchy place. These people didn't really speak English, and I was like, this is really confusing. And it was a part-time job. It was so far away, like just the place and just the environment. It was like a really dirty place, and I was like, what is this? And these people were like, okay, so we do makeup and we need you to select the colors you think you like better. And then I started looking at the palettes they were making with like no high, like it was just so messy. Everything looked so dirty and it was terrifying. Honestly, I don't even remember the name of the brand. I think I just plucked that out of my head. And these people were like, you can take anything you want. And I was like, okay, I will. And so I started looking at the makeup palettes and like eyeshadow palettes and stuff, and they were like just copying big brands out there and just copying their packaging, colors, the style, everything. And I was like, this is so bad. And I remember thinking like, I'm never gonna find a job. And the thing is, if I didn't find a job within 2 months, I would have to come back to Venezuela with no experience at all. So it was really stressful. It was really terrifying, and I didn't know, like I was already thinking like the worst is gonna happen. I'm not gonna be able to work here. At that point, I would keep sending resumes, but I knew like no one was responding to me, to be honest. And it was just so sad. And I do feel like I had a really decent resume. I think I had some good experience, and I think I'm a hard worker. If they knew, like I work hard for everything I do because I wanted to give my 100%. I always do. I want to give 110%. So then I went to this other interview in downtown LA. That one, well, okay. It was this clothing brand. The guy was really nice, but he was like, yeah, but I'm traveling to Mexico and I would have to hire you in a month. And I was like, in a month? Like, I don't have time for that. Like, I need the job right now, because I was already in like a month and a half of needing a job. I was like crying every single day because I was so scared. And I get this call from the company I mentioned before, that one that was in front of the beach and all this stuff. And they call me and I'm like, what? So the thing is, I emailed them at least 3 times. I emailed the CEO, I DM'd him on LinkedIn, and I emailed several times the lady that was just looking for people for the company. She calls me, this lady, and we have a phone interview that I thought went so bad. It was horrible. To be honest, I was so nervous, my voice was shaking, because this was the one company I wanted to work for. And this lady tells me there are 600 people that applied to the job. And I was like, how that's not gonna happen. After that call, they call me again. They're like, hey, would you like to come for an interview in our office? And I was already like, well, if they say no, I have the clothing brand, like I'll be fine. I'll email the guy that's traveling, that it's in Mexico, just to tell him like, hey, if you want to hire me, it's like right now. But I go to the office and I have the interview with the CEO, and he asked me a lot about my experience at UCLA, previous experiences I had, and of course my experience as an influencer. So I tell him everything. I actually thought this went a lot better. And when I'm leaving, he's like, well, we also have 2 other girls that we really like, but we will email you if we decide to hire you. And I was like, I don't know, I'm so nervous, I don't even know if I'm gonna get it. And the following day, they call me, and this lady that I talk on the phone with, she's like, hey, we want to hire you, we'll send you an email with everything like we can offer you. I couldn't believe it. I was so excited, I was so happy. After applying for 2 months to 200, I was gonna say 1,000, but it was 250 different jobs on mostly LinkedIn. I actually got this one on LinkedIn. I was like, after applying to so many, and this is the one I actually wanted, and I got it. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, I'm so lucky. Like, everything actually happens for a reason. It was really nice. It was a lovely experience. I think my best friends from LA, I got them there. They were my co-workers and I love them so much, the three of them. They were one of the best things that happened to me in LA. They're awesome and I still talk to them and I love them so much. I guess it was meant to be. And when I hang up the phone with this lady, I call my brother. I remember he was the first person I called, crying. I was like, because he was like, I know you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. Like, I'm sure. He was so supportive that he was the first person I called and I couldn't stop crying. I was so excited, and of course then I called everyone else, but I truly couldn't believe it and I was just so happy. It was a great experience. So a lot of people do ask me like, how do I find a job in LA in influencer marketing? Honestly, I found it in LinkedIn, but my tip, I asked my boss, like this lady on the phone, she was my boss. I asked her like, why me? Why do you ended up picking me? And she's like, because you emailed us 1,000 times and obviously you were really interested in the job and we want people that are eager to work with us, that really want the job, and it's not like, okay, I'm applying, whatever. So that's what got me the job, just being really annoying. And I'm so proud of it. So honestly, I think it's a good method because I didn't email most of the companies. I would just send my resume and I wouldn't follow up, which was a really big mistake because obviously it works. And maybe I would have got another job if I did it, but I'm glad I got this one because I got to learn so much. So I would say from my experience, my advice is just email and follow up and make sure you show interest and send everything they ask you for and a little more. Always show more of what you can provide and how you are valuable to this company. Even if you don't have experience, show them like how you're gonna work harder than everyone else. Show them how you like every skill you have, everything. Show them everything to make sure you are different from everyone else that is just going to the interview and just doing what they're doing in every other place. So yeah, that's the story. Also, a lot of people do ask me, how do I do to go to the US and work? Immigration processes in the US are complicated and I'm not the one to talk about it because I didn't go through that. I just had a student visa and work under this work permit called OPT, and I can talk about that in a video if you would like me to talk about that, but I don't know how to, because I get a lot of messages like, hey, I want to move to the US. How do I do that? And it's like, immigration is not easy. What I can say is like, if you want to work in the US to gain experience, not necessarily to immigrate there, because like that's another whole topic that it's so much more complicated. But if you want to study, I recommend you to just like start Googling different colleges in different cities. LA is a wonderful city, but it is a very expensive one. So just do some research if you're already an American. I do recommend, like, yes, it is more expensive, but LA is so worth it to me. And if you're looking to work in this industry, in the influencer marketing industry, in an agency or as an influencer, LA is a city with 1,000 opportunities, and it gave me so many opportunities and I'm so grateful for that. That's the story. Please let me know in the comments down below if you have any question or what other video you would like me to make. So yeah, just let me know what you want to watch and I'll work on that for you. That's everything for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and of course don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!